So we've got our 21 strands of sweetgrass to make our braid with. The first 7 strands are for the generations that have come before you, for the 7 generations that have come before you. So that's your parents, and your parents' parents, all the way back for 7 generations. That's our first 7 strands. Our next 7 strands represent wisdom, truth, humility, love, respect, courage, and honesty. The last 7 that I have here represent the 7 generations which will come after you. So your children, your children's children, and so on for 7 generations. So 7 generations before, 7 generations after, wisdom, truth, humility, love, respect, courage, and honesty. Those things are all very important. And those are what we make our braids out of. So each braid should have 21 strands. My 21 strands in my 3 groups of 7, mostly all lined up. I have another piece of sweetgrass. This is the stalk that bears the seed cluster at the top. And I'm going to use that to sort of loosely just tie them together at the bottom. That'll make your life easier. I'm going to have to re-separate them into 3 groups of 7 after I do this, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got ourselves tied off at the end here, and I've separated them again into 3 groups of 7 for a total of 21 strands. And now we are going to start braiding. So you see the way that I've got it separated. We're going to bring this braid around first because it's on the bottom. The hardest part is getting started. Especially if you want to make a nice tight braid, but it gets easier. It gets easier as you go. So when braiding your sweetgrass, it's important to have a clean mind. You shouldn't be intoxicated, and you shouldn't be thinking any negative thoughts. In fact, I like to try to think of the things that the braid represents, right? So, other than right now what I'm trying to explain to you, I'm thinking of, or I'm trying to think of 7 generations that came before me. I'm trying to think of wisdom, truth, respect, love, courage, humility, and honesty. And the 7 generations that come after me. And this isn't just for the 7 generations that come after. Not everyone has children. not specifically for your children, but just the next 7 generations. What kind of a world do you want to leave for those generations that are coming next? And how are your actions going to reverberate on through to those 7 generations? Because your actions will. What's that going to be like? What are you creating in your life? What kind of ripples in the pond are you creating, right? Hopefully they're ripples of those 7 tenets, the 7 things that the middle strand of the braid represents. Some people might tie the end of the braid into a knot. I am tying the end of the braid with another piece of that straw from the seed cluster. And it really only has to be tied around there until the sweetgrass dried out. And then it's very likely that it won't come apart after that. So there you go. So it's not the best braid I've ever done, but I think it's beautiful, and I'm grateful for the sweetgrass. It smells amazing, and thank you for hanging around to learn a little bit about sweetgrass today.